Hi everyone, this is Christy with Paper Hoarder Disorder. I wanted to, while I was getting ready to do the little expandable graduation card tutorial for you guys, I was pulling out my board and it reminded me of a couple little tips that I don't know if I've shared with you before about the about your scoreboards. Now I have two. I have the original Martha Stewart and I also have this kind of minty green. That was a limited edition. I don't know if you can still get it. Probably. Limited edition might might mean that you can only get it for 2 years, not, so it's relative, I suppose. Anywho, one of the main things that I would like to say, and I know I've shared this, is to draw with a Sharpie at your 6-inch mark all the way down into the groove with your Sharpie. You have to use one of the finer ones, like this one, the fine tips, in order to get down there. But when you do that, it allows you to take pieces and say, I wanted to get this diagonal and I wanted to draw it from here to here, which we're going to be doing. You're able to line those up. And without this, if I were to try to line it up, say here at the 4, I have no idea which one of these lines matches up with that 4. So having this right in the center really is a huge help. So I would definitely recommend drawing that line as soon as you get your board. And if you've already have a board, go ahead and put it on there now. The second thing I would like to say is if you see on here, you see all the dust that gets in there, all the paper dust and chipboard dust from when I'm cutting all over in there. What I like to do is I just like to take a wide brush. And you don't need to get it wet for the most part. Sometimes you get a little bit of sticky in there, like down here I've got a little bit of sticky. But for the most part, and most of it just came off with a dry brush. So if I just come through, it can really clean up your board very, very quickly. And any of the stubborn spots, all you have to do is take a little bit of rubbing alcohol and it'll clean your board up nice and pretty, and it makes such a big difference. It's like it just refreshes it. Okay, and so my last tip on the board is, I don't know about you, but my little feet came off of mine. They just rubbed right off, and then it becomes uneven, and wherever it doesn't have a foot, it slides all over the table, which makes you miss score. So what I did, I've done this 2 ways because I had to do it with both of my boards. One, I had these little, they're like, they go in the bottom of cutting boards, and they come with some of the prefab furniture, but there are these little plasticky dots here, and I just filled with hot glue, and then I stuck these on here. Now on my whiteboard, the second time around, because that one needed it too, what I did was I didn't have another set of these, so I just filled these a little over full, these little circles here, I filled them a little over full with hot glue, and I let them dry, and that works perfect, and they do not come out. So it really is, I believe, a permanent fix, to just trying to make sure they're all even, evenly full, and that's going to give your board the most even stance. So it'll be a lot easier to score, but it does not move around now. I just shook my whole table. But so those are my little tips. The third one, and I'm sure all of you probably know this, but I'm going to say it anyways because it's very important, is that you do not want to use this stylus that comes with it. I don't even know if it's in here. This little stylus can rip your paper very, very easily. I don't have a whole lot of use for this. I don't throw it away, but I don't use it either. What I prefer is one of these two styluses, and this is one that I really love because this is a 4-in-1 tool, and it's got a point here, like a cone-shaped point, and it's got a piercing tool here, a real fine one, and then it's got a small ball for like you're pushing things through, but then it has a larger, and I've shown this in some of my videos, but you may not have seen them. And then there's a stylus ball, a good size stylus that works really well for scoring on this, and it does a really wonderful job. So if you have a light hand, this is a really great tool, and I have these. They're not in my store yet. I have a whole lot of stuff that's supposed to be in my store and it is not because I haven't found the time. But it is a really nice tool, and it's got this little rubber grippy. If you would like one of these, just let me know. They sell for $10 a piece, and we can include them in your next shipping. They really actually take very little to ship. My second option is this little this little stylus. This is a new one. This is actually a rub-on tool by Tim Holtz. It just came out this year, just a couple months ago. And if you have a very heavy hand, this is a good one because it's almost impossible to rip through your paper with this one because the ball is really heavy duty, and also it's made of, it feels like a metal. I don't know exactly what it is, but it feels like a metal. And it's almost unbreakable. So if you really push hard, this is probably going to be your friend. If you have a light hand, use this one. So those are my tips on that. And actually, I'm just going to go ahead and stop this video because I'm just going to title this one completely different, about scoreboard tips and tricks. And then the very next video, we're going to start on our card. Thanks. Bye.